Hi, I'm Tim Rajeff. Standing out here in the water waiting for a tug. I'll tell you, it's an addictive sport, steelhead fishing. And one of the things that's evolved over the years is fly lines, and they've gotten a lot easier to use. A few years ago, Airflo developed a line called the Scandi Compact. Scandi standing for Scandinavian, compact meaning the line's much shorter than the old wind cutter or Delta Spey lines that were 50 or 55, 60 feet long. These lines are around 30 feet, and the idea is when you take the amount of line weight that you normally would, that's 50 feet, and you shrink it, you end up with a head that's a little easier to cast. In fact, these Scandi Compacts are so easy to cast, I have one rigged up with a switch rod. So these lines are not specific Spey lines. You can cast them on switch rods, so they're very versatile. They are oriented for surface fishing, so the tip of the line is not really thick, so it's not going to handle heavy sink tips. But when you're fishing near the surface and you're trying to throw maybe a small sinking polyleader, Scandi Compacts will help you out. It's not a problem. The weights focus near the back of the head, so as you come forward in your cast, the line really loads easily, so it's a line that's good for beginners, intermediate, and expert casters. We make lines ranging from 240 grains for like a 4-weight Spey rod or your light switch rods, all the way up to 540 grains. And again, Airflo makes 30 grain increments. I don't know how many lines that is, 10, 15 different sizes, so there's sure to be a Scandi Compact that matches your rod. So grab a Scandi Compact, throw on a nice small fly. This is easy. You can do this. So you have nothing better to do on a Sunday, run down to the fly shop, grab an Airflo Scandi Compact head. We've learned all about how they cast and all the other things they do. One of the things that you're going to find, like all Airflo heads, is we have loops at both ends. We've made your life easy. On the back of the head, we use black loops. That helps you in low light conditions to see where your running line begins and your head ends. At the other end, we used to just use color to signify the grain weight. Nowadays, we print it right on there. This says Scandi Comp 480. 480 grain, Scandi Compact. We also now include a color band. So you got colors and the actual printing to tell you exactly what you got. At the front of these Scandi Compacts, I recommend you throw a polyleader. The reason for that is a polyleader is almost acts like an extension of your fly line. Polyleader comes in floating all the way into sinking 6, so you can actually have a polyleader in your pocket, be good to go and fish slightly below the surface with a sinking polyleader. I recommend about a 10-foot or 14-foot polyleader. 14-foot for the aggressive casters, 10-foot polyleaders for the rest of us. Airflo Scandi Compacts come in 240 grains and little 30 grain increments all the way to 540. So what that means is your little 4-weight Spey rods or switch rods, you can use an Airflo line that'll balance with one of these Scandi Compact lines. Will balance with any of those size 4 to 7 or 8 Spey rods. Unique to Airflo is polyurethane. This material comes squirting out of a machine. It's completely different than any other fly line on the market. Polyurethanes are extremely durable. They have no liquids used during the manufacturing, so they don't dry out and crack like other products. Also, polyurethanes are chemically resistant, unbelievable durable line. And Airflo, about 3 years ago, they switched to a low stretch 6% braid. So what that low stretch does is it makes the line a little more stable in the air. And then of course imagine a low stretch running line and a low stretch head. Boy, when you're swinging, you know everything that's going on at the end of your fly. To help you and the environment at the same time, all Airflo fly lines, all of our Spey lines, come in a Ziploc baggie with grommets in it. So you can store your line in this baggie, whoop, and drop it into the Airflo head bag. So no more wasted plastic spools. You're actually getting something that functions with every one of your Airflo Scandi Compact heads. So I hope that convinces you that you need one of these things, but just get out there and have some fun. Airflo Scandi Compact heads.